And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, the I was hoping we could get a little bit of each region, but I think if we want to stay up and do the essay, which we absolutely want to, because
Yeah, because I mean, doing two games is just so lame, right? Especially last night we had like a decent bit of viewers on stream as well, and yeah, I don't want to leave those viewers hanging either.
we were invested in Happy Feet as well.
Yeah, yeah. I
Hopefully
mean,
they'll be
when
able
you're on
to.
a roll, you gotta keep going, right?
Hopefully they'll be able to sign up for the next one, and we'll get to watch them do a full run, starting with them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll keep an eye for the next bracket that comes out.
All right, now looking at the tournament, we got one more set of series. This is SA. Let me refresh this. Actually, it updates automatically, right? I don't have to refresh this. No, I do not. All right, so the quarterfinals, we've got three. Looks like three of the games are already going. Let's see how in progress they are. But we can stay and watch stars. The other teams are TPG, ASD 15, Five Boys will be going up against stars. CoolDown, G Pride, Thunder 2, and VCG. All of them with very professional looking logos. So that's the I think of all the teams here though, Stars has the most professional looking logo. Let me take a look at CoolDown. Has a pretty nice looking one. There's something else going on right now too. There's a ton of games open in Face It. Probably a league or something like that. All right, Cooldown versus G Pride is in hero selection. And it looks like the Stars game might take a minute to get open. They probably just have the lobby open at this moment. No, their lobby isn't even up. It looks like Face hasn't recorded that win for Stars yet. Oh, there we go, finally. Or no, no, no. Yeah, they still haven't recorded the win. Oh, you're muted, Golgi.
It's not the sorry, it's not the recording. It's probably the reporting because players have to report their victories and stuff to
Oh, okay.
confirm. So sometimes it's actually against the rules. Sometimes teams will delay reporting their match.
For better seating. Or no,
No,
no, no, no.
so take a longer break
Yeah.
because you gotta like get in the lobby within 15 minutes of reporting the match. So if they need like a longer break, they just like report it late. And I know that's because people used to do that when I hosted tournaments as well. Really annoying.
Definitely, definitely. All right. Well, then we can check in with one of the other games.
Oh god, I sneezed real big.
All right, I'm going to check out this Cooldown versus G Pride. It is just in hero selection, so we might have a minute.
Are we doing the cooldown one then? Yeah, cooldown
Yeah.
versus G Pride.
G Pride. Nope, we're right into the draft. Standard bands, we got the Lycan, we got the Nyx, we got the Omni on Cooldown. This is almost identical bands. This is
Are we
actually,
ever gonna see an Omni?
I think this is identical bands to the game that we saw, Evos versus Happy Feet. The
Oh
Lycan.
yeah, in a slightly different way, but yeah, Tiny being banned, Razor being banned, Clockwork being banned as well.
I think weren't these even the same exact teams that or they're banned by the same team, like these three heroes each. I want to say they were. I
No,
bet they
no,
were.
Razor was definitely banned by the Radiant
Oh, okay.
because I was thinking the Radiant team could really use. Oh no, the Dire team could really use a Razor at the end there because they need someone tanky, and I think they ended up going with Dragon Knight. Yeah, they ended up going with Dragon Knight, which wasn't the best. Razor would have been really, really good. because they need someone like range and tanky. We were thinking, well, Dragon Knight gave some control, but it didn't matter because I think they won that game. All right, so the bans might be as typical as they get, but the pick so far, not super typical. I think Elotine actually is a really, really good hero, depending on which team plays it, and I wouldn't say he's out of meta. For sure, the right team know how to play it, and it's no big secret. But of course, not a hero you see every game. Undying especially, I think he's slightly on the weak side still. Got some nice buffs to his talent, but he requires some levels, and he has sometimes a very hard time catching up in levels. So you cannot really utilize those talents at that phase. But they did pick a Terrorblade, so they want to go late game. So Undying will have the time to get that levels up as a support role. Usually we only see him as support.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
All right, got it. Let me update the. Oh, you know what? Yeah, perfect. Terrorblade, yeah, last game was used to great effect. Elder Titan, I think you already talked about. He's in a good spot right now. In the right hands.
5 seconds
Yeah.
remaining.
The guy does some like insane amount of damage, which is like kind of I think unexpected to a point. Like I used to like kind of know Elder Titan as a hero that has some insanely good like CC potential and the obviously the natural order aura, which allows him to do so much damage. But I feel like Elder Titan can pull off some massive damage on his own now, especially that Earth Splitter that was changed a while ago. But I feel like I'm really starting to notice now the pure damage of percentile health, pure damage, which is just crazy.
Yeah, the he used to be just a walking debuff and stomp,
And the
right?
stomp, yeah.
But now he can actually put out some serious damage.
Radiant
Not just from the Earth Splitter as well, the Astral Spirit
Yeah,
buff.
it does considerable amount of damage.
He can start smacking away. Undying, obviously one of my all-time favorite heroes. The logo for Dota Brews inspired by him, or has him on it.
10 seconds remaining.
And it's just, yeah, a Decay, like, he can be such an early game lane controller and harasser.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Yeah, he's very deceptive as well. He's one of those heroes that is like, oh, we're gonna kill him, we'll chase him, we'll kill him, and then just like turns around, he gets a triple kill, and he's like, what happened? It's like, well,
And then you look
ignored
and,
the
oh, he has
tombstone.
3,000 HP.
Yeah, we ignored the tombstone, and then we chased him, and he like got 30 stacks of decay, and it looks like he has only like 20 health, but that 20 health is like in the percentile of a 3,000 HP, so it actually is 200 health, and it's just impossible to kill him.
And Abaddon as well. Oh, boy.
So wow, I mean, Team Edge is still there.
That
Undying
was-
Terrorblade on all spooky heroes.
Great response to just Batrider picking that Abaddon up immediately. They can shield off the lasso, right?
Remaining.
Yeah, if Abaddon's in position for it, for sure. The only problem is that the Aphotic Shield has a very long cast time, and if Batrider has a Force Staff, he can blink
get
in
him out.
last on Force Staff out of the range. But Abaddon, of course, can get a Bleed Dagger in response, which is a great item on Abaddon in the first place. Because funny thing is, if you take because there's Aphotic Shield is not considered you taking damage, so you can still Blink Dagger out of the Aphotic Shield, and also you can Blink Dagger out of Borrowed Time.
Yep.
So it makes Abaddon much more flexible here if you can get the blink there. That's a problem with Abaddon, right? You have so many places you can, so many items you can get. So
How's this Medusa gonna fare against an OD and a Terrorblade?
against her blade, she's fine because her ulti clears up all the illusions.
10 seconds
But OD is going to be a little bit of a problem. Of course, OD is not like, it's a good counter, but it's not like a hard counter. It's not like the Invoker we usually look for. It's not the Final Lancer. It's not the Anti-Mage. But he still does quite a good job. The ultimate burns a whole lot of mana. And of course, the Arcane Orbs being able to deal pure damage. And also that saps away intelligence as well is very good against Medusa. But The problem is OD still needs to work on Medusa a little bit.
Yeah.
You gotta land a few arcane orbs.
It's got to ramp up, right?
Yeah, the stacks up, and then then the ulti hits really hard. So that's the only reason that OD isn't like, end all counter to Medusa. But yeah, if OD starts getting on in team fights, then Medusa won't be able to stand and fight. That's the problem, because Medusa usually wants to drag out a team fight.
G-Pride, if they're coordinating well, they're going to be a hard team to kill. They're going to have Soul Rips, Sunders, they're going to have Aphotic Shields and Mist Coils. They're going to have Astral Imprisonments. Like, if... Ah, man,
Yeah,
this is going to
Thunder
be
as
an
well.
annoying team.
Yeah, it's going to be like, oh, we're killing Terribly. It's okay, he's CC'd, he won't be able to get Thunder off, and then he gets the Soul Rip, gets healed, he gets a
Aphotic
Aphotic shield, and then he gets the, the Mist Coil, and then it's like, okay, maybe we'll still be able to kill him, and then he gets, like, imprisoned, and then
Yeah,
it's like, wow.
he's CC'd
okay.
again, and they're like,
he
all right,
comes
let's keep him
out,
alive.
saps Medusa's entire life, you're like, well, the game's over. Rip. So, the Dire looking like a very annoying team to play against, but you gotta remember, this team is super late game, super greedy. Terrorblade, as I talked about, very late game hero. Same for OD. Both these heroes incredibly weak in the mid game.
How about Medusa, though? That's their current competition right now.
That is true, but if you look at Elotan, Bane, and Batrider, Batrider can make a lot of things happen on the map. I'm not sure if the Dire has a lot of response because they won't be farming, they don't want to be grouping, right? But if Batrider comes and start ganking you with a smoke and stuff like that, I don't think the Dire are gonna be grouped enough for that. So CoolDown is gonna be able to find a lot of pickoffs here in the game. And Undying is also one of those heroes that is good with levels, but has a hard time finding levels, especially in a team like this where they're greedy. Okay,
oh my god.
Yeah, the saves are non-stop here, and Dazzle, of course, we always think about him comboing with Huskar, and sometimes you forget about the fact that he's incredible with Terrorblade. You prevent the Terrorblade from dying with the Shallow Grave, leaving him on 1 health, and as soon as he's out of his CC or whatever, he just swaps someone for a full value, and then basically insta-kills whoever.
These Elder Titan stomps are going to be critical for ganks. Make sure that people in the backline aren't able to get those off.
And I love the sniper pick here. Look, the sniper is going to go mid here. He's going to be safe like Medusa. Sniper incredibly good against Outward Devourer in lane because OD can't deal with the harass in any way. And Sniper's damage doesn't come in big bursts. It comes in very little damage over time. And OD can't prevent that with his Astral Imprisonment.
And G-Pride, while they're very defensive, they have very little kill and roam potential here in the early game.
Yeah.
How are they going to kill this sniper?
Yeah. That's exactly it. I'm preferring CoolDown's draft right here. Both teams are both late game, but I think CoolDown has a slightly superior draft at all phases of the game. At late game, it's even-ish, but even then, I think CoolDown can face this incredibly strong Dire team. Natural order is nothing to be messed with, especially against a hero like Terrorblade, who has incredible agi scaling and a lot of natural armor. That just does so much work for that Terrorblade.
All right, well, we're going to have a pause, and we'll tell you who is playing here on the Radiant side is CoolDown, and we've got on the Sniper Chimera. Meanwhile, Niu Triple X will be on the Elder Titan. We've got Sonic on the Bane. Medusa will be played by Yaki. And finally, Titizera on the Batrider. Meanwhile, on the Dire, Chris Brown going to be on the OD. Are you muted right now, Golgi?
Yeah, sorry. I was sniffling a little bit. So we have Chris Brown playing the OD. Over on the Terrorblade, we have the sexy man playing the Terrorblade.
He better be.
So DK playing the Abaddon. Xanders playing the Undying, and finally Go Normal playing the Dazzle.
All right, and while we have a short pause here, I gotta grab some fresh coffee.
Yeah, if I knew this puzzle was coming out, I was just snuffled after the pause. I love this Undying set. I want to get it, but couldn't. His zombie form, the Flash Golem form out of this is very intimidating as well. Alright, so the pause is off here. Probably going to see a very standard opening. We see a bunch of Radiant Heroes all going top to be able to contest with double runes up at the top side. And G Pride doing the same thing, except they're going to their bottom side. Sometimes when I see Undying, a lot of times they run a dual lane, but looks like that's not going to be the case. I mean, actually, still might be the case. I think Undying is a very potent dual lane hero that also solves his level problems as well. Lets him find some of the levels he desperately needs that he will not find in a tri lane. And also very potent at dealing with a tri lane as well. Undying really do thrive in an environment where there are multiple targets to decay off of, and also, of course, the tombstone makes more zombies, more people there are.
Yeah, I think the dual lane setup for Undying is just really the way to go. You get 2 to 3 decays off. Actually, on the third decay is when you want to have your support drop a CC or a slow, and at that point you can just put the tombstone right up their butt and run them down. It is very hard to survive that.
30 seconds to
But it looks like, yeah, Undying is actually the position 5 here. Look at Dazzle's build. What the hell?
Doing a core dazzle. I've been seeing this more and more. Lucidity, Drizida, he keeps touting this. This is, of course, in lower brackets, but there are pro players that are playing it as well in core positions.
I mean, this isn't a core Dazzle, it's a support Dazzle.
It's just the roamer, I guess.
I mean,
yeah.
what he is going to take it away from Terrorblade and OD? No way. And Abaddon, right? No, the core Dazzle is garbage.
Yeah.
There's no way you can play core Dazzle. It's like core IO. It's funny, but it's just doesn't have potential in the late game because your right clicks don't do enough damage.
So I guess their thought they want to be able to try and rotate and roam and get some ganks, and so they're pretty much depending on the poison touch. Poison touch is pretty powerful these days. It got some buffs, right, in the last couple of patches.
Yeah. It refreshes itself every single time he right clicks someone.
That's
so
right.
There's gonna be a dual lane in the mid here. Xander's actually no, he's just going for a drive by DK and then going to be moving to top lane as we expected. You do want to go for a tri lane here against the tri lane.
Ooh.
And Undying is going to drive in that
stuck.
situation.
Oh, he's going to be able to make it through. Stomp catches Dazzle, but they're trying to fight him up. Undying's going to be here in just a moment. If they're not careful, the decays are going to start dropping. And here it goes, Dazzle. Oh, yes, 2-man decay. There we go. Do they have the snow? Dazzle gets caught out the wrong side of the trees because of a creep coming in, so they weren't able to get a no, he didn't even level the poison touch, so they're not looking at that right now. They're just trying to harass and heal bomb. Snake being annoying.
Yeah. The no talisman is purely for the right clicks here from normal. I mean, Dazzle has a decent right click. So, I don't know if that's exactly worth it.
3-man decay. Undying is a big boy right now. 1.5 minutes in, 1,000 HP already.
Yeah,
Hitting
the problem
for 83 damage.
is he started with no items, right? Because he had to sacrifice it all for the Dazzle. So he has no mana generation. He's all out of regeneration items. Yeah, I don't know if this Null Talisman is worth it. Because Undying now cannot push anymore. He has 1 Tango shared left, and then no Clarities, no Mangoes, no stick, or anything like that.
Yeah, unless the Terrorblade wants to feed his Mango over, which seems less than ideal. Alright, G-Pride, here he goes. More decays. Gonna come in and hit him. Stomp is going. It's gonna get onto Dazzle, but Undying is already up in the front, getting those decays out. They're trying to... Eldritch Satan's getting chased down, but... man, everyone's getting so close. Like, they're playing it very, very touch and go. Both teams are for these kills they're trying to pick up.
It's because they have like no really reliable way of CC. If either of these teams had like a stun, I think it would be resulting until if like the Dazzle was like per se like a bench for split or something like that. But of course, they pick Dazzle because they have greater plans for more than just laning.
And it looks like they actually did feed that Mango over to Undying.
Wow. Okay. Oh no, I think the mango got turned into a magic wand.
Oh,
there
you're
for
right. You're right.
Terrorblade,
You're right.
which is a
I just
really
was-
weird build-up.
I don't know how Undying still has this much mana.
Yeah. Actually, it's a pretty decent mana generation, huh? 1.4 per second. That's
All right,
not
we've
bad.
got them coming around. Nightmare onto mid OD now. He's going to get stomped up by Elder Titan. And here comes the Shrapnel. Chris Brown has to Astral up the Sniper, and he's making his way away. He could be able to deny himself here to Ancients or something like that. More Shrapnel, though, is going to find him. And there we go. Chimera getting the first blood. Sniper having,
Yeah.
as you said, will have a very easy time against this OD, especially if two people come and help.
Middle tower.
Exactly. I think he should have went for the deny as you're talking about, but maybe he thought he could get away there. But
Avalon's
that
trying
roaming,
to fight Batrider, but he's getting a lot of napalms on him. He's got sticks. He's got aphotic shields, so he may be
yeah,
able
I
to
thought
go
I
fight.
shielded off. It's not a problem, but there is the salve coming out from the Zeta.
Oh, on the top, Stomp. It's going to hit onto Dazzle. Dazzle's caught kind of on the low ground, but he's got those heals. A Decay, it's going to get Nayu into very low HP range. One more Decay will do it, but Undying is not in range, and the cooldown is not there. They are able to turn it around onto Bane. Another Decay. Fairy Fire is used, and there we go. They finally pick him up. They decide to not keep up the aggression and just walk away with their one kill.
Yeah, this aggressive tri-lane finally resulting in a kill there. They'll be very happy with that one. It's so weird taking a Terrorblade Dazzle lane into a tri-lane on purpose, but you do have an Undying, so that's what you're looking for. But it's so weird the heroes you're doing it with, because you don't want Dazzle in that lane, you don't want Terrorblade in that lane.
Yeah. Undying,
Bot
he's
lane.
got 6 stick charges, but that's
Bot
about
lane.
it. Oh, yeah, chasing him right under the tower. There we go. This is typically Abaddon Batrider is one that Abaddon's supposed to win.
Yeah, but Yaki rotated over, and Abaddon did not expect the Medusa rotation. But good
Got
rotation
another
here.
rotation
but-
mid. Astral from Chris Brown. They're coming in the mid. They're going to find him here with a Nightmare. No, he's not in range. They're going to use the Astral Stomp. Oh, they've absolutely got him now. They don't even
Yeah.
use the Stomp yet because they don't need it. Mana efficiency. Chris Brown is going to go down. TT Zarek cleaning up the kill there. But Chimera, if he looked, he'd find a regen there, but it's alright.
Yeah, I feel like OD is playing a little bit too far forward here. I don't think he has any place going high ground against that sniper, especially considering the roaming potential here from CoolDown. Because Elder Titan and Bane, that's a terrifying combination. Speaking of bot lane, Go Normal getting sleeped up.
Yeah, trying to make his way back to his team. Decay is here. They're going to be able to turn some damage around into the Bane. Oh, they get the slow onto him, and a Tombstone goes in the back. Now Yaki could be in some trouble as well. Completely out of mana. Couple more, or one Decay if they get the mana. There we go. Sitting with 540 HP. No way to stop this TP, though. Meanwhile, Terrorblade, who is left all alone in the top while these guys were rotating, just gets run down by the Batrider.
Yeah, but looks like Sniper was also taken down in midst of that. Chris Brown coming in. Looks like Sniper stayed in the lane with that low HP, and Chris Brown was able to take him down just by himself.
Chimera sees the Arcane Rune, and he wants to get some shots. Oh, he's going to be able to get it. No, Astral's going to stop him today. Now he's got Shrapnels if he needs or wants them. Oh, Chris Brown could be in some trouble. Here comes the Shrapnel. He's going to use the Astral so that he doesn't get stomped up, but the Shrapnels just keep on
Nice
coming.
juke on the Shrapnel.
Yeah, absolutely. And now the Stomp will be coming. They should be able to get him. Astral. Chris Brown doesn't have the stop, but T-Zera now getting banished. Oh, the fire is going to be all that they need. Now they could be ready to chase down Zendurla. Zendurla gets a Decay kill onto the Batrider, but now taking quite a lot of damage himself. He needs to stay alive for another couple seconds. He'll be able to get a Decay and stay alive a little bit longer. There we go. Oh, but the Elder Titan punch damage is too much.
Yeah. Great plays there by CoolDown. When Undying TP'd in, he was immediately slept by Isonic there, because if it wasn't for that sleep, the Soul Ripple that came out and would have maybe even saved that Chris Brown from dying. Because his duel between him and the Batrider was very, very close, and just a little bit of health that prevented Chris Brown from dying to the fire could have been enough. So very good play from Bane.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the whole thing with this team, is that they're going to be very
Mid lane
survivable.
again.
Yeah, Chris Brown is getting chased down. They've got the lasso, and they're going to use it right away, pulling him into the back. Astral was already down. He's going to use it on himself. Just got it back. Now needs to make it, but he is getting surrounded by so many people. Chris Brown, he's got the shield on him. Stomp onto El Sombras, is going to get Nayu the time he needs to get out of there. And now El Sombras needs to be careful. They dropped the tombstone, so they wisely decided to get back. But Chimera is getting chased down by the Abaddon, and Abaddon is able to clean him up. Mid for mid.
I feel like maybe Chris Brown is slightly playing on tilt there, but on top of playing a little bit too aggressively, he went into a lane and used Astral Imprisonment right away to start farming. It is what you use to farm, but you gotta really watch out about using Astral Imprisonment like that against a lineup like this. You got Bane here, you got Elder Titan here, you got a Bat Rider, you got a Sniper. You gotta watch out about when you gotta use that, because as soon as he used Astral, Sniper just cocked his Assassinate and blew him away with that, and then that mini stun was enough for the Elder Titan to come in with the Stomp and follow that up with the Bat Rider Lasso. Just a sequence of events, right, that just really cascaded from utilizing that imprisonment aggressively.
Yeah, CoolDown was stacked, ready for that mid kill as well.
Yeah.
But still, G-Pride, good response from their team at least. They tried to get as many as they could, and they got the return kill on the Sniper. So
something I want to commend is DK. He actually used his burrow time, like pressed it and activated it while he was at full health. Oh, top lane. Speaking of DK.
He's got borrowed time up right now, so he's going to throw the shield up. He's going under tower now. Borrowed time. Miscoil going out. No, he didn't get the miscoil out, but he's getting dragged through the fire, trying to make his way back. The borrowed time is already over. Here comes the tombstone, the stomp into Abaddon, keeping alive a little bit longer. He's got the soul rip there. They are able to clean up that tombstone, but they won't get a kill out of it. So no kill, but they do force a rotation and get themselves a tombstone. There's still value in it.
Well, I mean, no, it was a 3-man rotation for a 1-man rotation, right? So I do believe the Dire comes out ahead on
Chris
that
Brown
one.
going in onto Yaki. They get the they get the imprisonment. They pump the TP of the Elder Titan, but it gets canceled. So now Yaki's all by themselves. They don't have any way to stop this. There we go. The banishment is back. So Astral up. Yaki caught under the tower with no one to save her. They definitely need more protection.
Yeah, DD on Terrorblade, and that's absolutely terrifying with the Metamorphosis. Okay, so get back to what I was saying. That DK utilizing that borrow time by pressing it, which purges off debuffs of himself. So that was a way he was able to take that sleep off of himself when he got slept as soon as he TP'd in. So something to keep in mind for Abaddon players. You can use that as a purge when you just save your teammate.
Oh yeah, so even if he gets caught in a stomp, he could hopefully reliably still be able to get Aphotic Shields off at key times by just popping it to get out.
Yeah, borrow time you can use it out of anything except banishment, I believe. You can do it out of stun, you can do it out of sleep, you can do it out of root. You can even do it out of silence, I believe. Alright, so level 6 reach for Undying, but like his talents are really strong if you can get up to those higher levels. Wow, whoa, mid lane, what NYU,
Chris
what
Brown
are you doing?
is getting chased down. OD.
Mid lane though, like NYU, like I think he was AFK for a little bit.
He's getting aggressive. Oh man, Undying is gonna go down here to the assassinate. Oh, he cancels it. Oh,
They're pumping it.
The dazzle. Oh, it was so close. He was trying to time it because he knew the shallow.
Yeah.
He forced the shallow grave to come out, and then he canceled and recast, hoping to be able to get it. It will last long enough to save his life, but that was very good play from Chimera, and he is able to get another tombstone. This is a lot of gold going over to CoolDown with these tombstones.
Yeah, constantly pumping the assassinate to make sure, and then also want to commend NYU for the Astral Spirit, making sure that it stayed on top of the Undying. But NYU was looking somewhere else in the map, and he just walked into mid tower, just like walked under it, and thankfully his hero was tanky enough for him to walk back out. One of the weirdest thing I've seen. Chris Brown tries to go for Astral Imprisonment play on the Sniper there, wasn't able to get in range.
The problem with initiating with these Astral Imprisonments, though, is that CoolDown is so responsive that by the time that the person is now available to kill, a lot of the CoolDown team is showing up at the tower.
Yeah. Oh, there's Undying gets caught in the Radiant jungle. But he just drops the tombstone but gets Fiend's gripped.
He's gonna get Fiend's grip. They're gonna beat him up. Oh no, Fiend's grip. Bane is taking so much damage. Terrorblade is here to fight now. The Assassinate goes into the Undying, but they've got the Shallow Grave here to keep him alive. They're even getting chased down. Yeah, Sombras is just chasing him down. Chimera, so much damage from the zombies. G-Pride just running him down. Nayu gonna get caught as well. That is a 3-for-0 trade. G-Pride, what looked like a bad positioning was really just a debate.
Yeah, I mean, this is the power of Dazzle, right? Also, Dazzle with the OD on his team, he can spam all of his spells as much as he wants. Also, Undying as well, having that Essence Aura can really further their potential there. Also, Abaddon, a lot of people can utilize this Essence Aura, it's great. And that's also what happens. Usually we saw the Tombstone get taken on very early in the fight, but when a Tombstone is allowed to just do its thing, we just saw like 20 zombies there chasing down the Radiant heroes. It's just terrifying.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. The Undying with being able to just regen mana and with the Essence Auras.
Yeah.
Just unlimited decay. He's just a decay vendor.
Yeah. Of course, he doesn't have enough maximum mana to probably go on forever, but
yeah,
at least we'll be able to stretch it out much longer. And also, having Dazzle around was so important there because he was going to get killed, but he got Shallow Graved up and then just completely healed all of his life back because, you know, Undying is, you know, what his name is. He's Undying.
One thing that I forgot to mention while we were in the laning phase is that the Undying can be a lane dominator, but he can also, if you're not getting the kills like they were, like was happening on their top lane, then what happens is a bunch of people get away. Oh, got an Assassinate coming out onto OD. They use the Lasso Fiend's Grip as well. Now they should be jumping onto Go Normal. They get a Nightmare, and they're going to try and chase him up. They're getting the fire under him, and he is taking quite a bit of damage, but Batrider's going to have to back up because they've got the rotation in. Chimera taking down the Tombstone if he can. He's going to have to get back, though. He's got a Skeleton on him. Meanwhile, Abaddon pushing the top.
Yeah, loses the OD for DK. Not been a very good game for Chris Brown here. I mean, that gank wasn't his fault. That was lasso into Fiend's Grip. What are you going to do, honestly?
But back to what I was saying. So basically, if you get a bunch of decays off but don't get any kills, then the enemy team gets to heal up to full HP with one tango, because their HP is so low. It'll heal them up, and then they'll gain all the strength back, and it'll proportion them back to full HP.
Yeah, but that's why you need to pressure, right, with Undying lane.
Yep.
But the thing is, if they're just like playing it safe and eating tango and not getting into your harass range, they're not getting any farm. So you're still doing quite well if they're just doing those kind of tango plays. Top lane now being pressured by Tizera.
Burning down the house.
Meanwhile, bottom, the sexy man pushing with his illusions.
Yep, here comes the Metamorphosis. They're going to put the damage into the tower. They choose not to use the fortification. They know that they might need it soon.
Mask of Madness on Terrorblade is going to push these towers like they're nothing. As if he needed more help, you know? Alright, Chris Brown walking into mid lane, using Imprisonment aggressively, but they got the cancel for the Fiend's Grip.
Chimera, yeah. Ryu, oh no, Bane tries to TP out of there. Chimera just goes into the Roche Pit to TP, he's gonna make it.
Oh, so close. Chris Brown almost making it there with the Imprisonment. Great initiation there. Now they get the Bane, and this is where the games are slipping away from CoolDown here. I was talking about I like that team, but this more late game oriented team over on this side, on the Dire side, is starting to win the fights here in the mid lane thanks to their supports.
Yeah, it's only 17 minutes in. They're controlling the top 3 network spots by 1,000, by I don't know what percentage that is, maths, but they're looking in a pretty good spot here.
Yeah. And now they unclose already. And as I said, CoolDown's team actually still looks very, very, very powerful in the late game. So they don't have too much to worry about. Of course, they would love to be ganking more efficiently here with the Batrider Rat Lasso. We haven't seen one happen, I think, a couple of minutes here. It's like bot lane, Yaki gets harassed out by the sexy man, forced to TP all the way back to the base, forcing him to stop farming. And these things add up. You know, Medusa right now sitting in base and can't TP back out either. Has to walk all the way back while
Pride
the
is
second
smoked up.
continues
They
to
know
farm.
where they know where Nayu is. They're gonna be looking for him. The team coming in now. OD. He's just fighting away. They're gonna find him now. Tombstone in the back. They're ready. It's gonna be a stomp, but it's gonna hit the OD and the Undying. And now they gotta back up. Soul Rip onto the Tombstone, but Chimera should be able to clean this up quite quickly.
Yeah, no problem. 200 extra gold going to his
Dazzle
side.
is gonna get assassinated. Ah, doesn't even need to complete. Now we've got a lasso onto OD. OD getting pulled to the low ground.
Oh,
Another
so
assassinate up. Gets the force staff forward, taking quite a lot of damage. Do they have any way to stop this? That doesn't mini stun anymore, Tizera, and the stomp is not in time.
Radiant's middle
Still a
attack.
good attempt there. Would have loved to get the OD. Gets the Dazzle instead. I mean, the OD would have been the perfect kill there, but unfortunately, that's a lasso attempt failed.
Just every time I see a flame break not mini stun anymore when there's a TP going out, I cry inside.
I mean, Bat Rider needed the nerf. The hero is still very good with that kind of nerf. It's Ice Fog's nightmare, right? This hero is just always good, even though all the nerfs he faces. Chimera in the mid lane might get gone on. There it goes.
Oh no, Force Staff, he doesn't make it up to the top. He's going to get chased down by Sombras, but he's making it under the tower. Now, CoolDown, going to try and position up. Sombras is forced to pop his borrowed time. They're trying to get the fight going. Dazzle uses the Shadow Weave, or the Weave.
Yeah, Chris Brown taking a lot of damage.
Chris Brown, he's going to be able to use his Astral, but that keeps him in place a little bit. Are they going to be able to do anything? 5 seconds on Lasso. So not able to do anything with it yet, and both teams look like they're just going to disengage this fight.
Very good save on the Chimera there. He got gone on, but of course Sniper's a very speedy boy. Looks like Dire not done yet. G-Pride still pushing forward.
Sonic is going to get caught here. Yep, jump. Force that forward from Chris Brown. Will find him. They get 1 for the start, and they've got a Tombstone in the back. This could be a good position to try and aggress the pressure, but Metamorphosis has just ran out. I don't think they'll be able to continue with this.
He finds DD. Would love to have that for the push, but unfortunately, he's going to be able to only
Find the
use that
Tombstone
to
again.
farm.
More damage going over towards the cores on cooldown. It's getting them back in this game, these Tombstones.
They're only 200 gold, and usually they utilize to find the kill, so it just turns out into like a small trade. Because that Bane was worth more than 200 gold, so it's okay. Top lane, go normal, getting lassoed, and that's definitely going to be a kill.
Tries to go for the Grave TP, but they will be there to cancel it.
Yeah, surrendering these tombstones when you don't gain anything can be bad, but whenever you're getting kills out of them, that's completely fine to surrender. And it wouldn't have been worth it for them to stay around just to be able to.
Oh, we got to stomp into the Earth Splitter. It's coming through. Chris Brown gonna take a bit of damage. Still only level 1 on that Earth Splitter. Not a lot. It's Sunder.
Ooh, the sexy man.
Yeah, gonna make sure his OD stays alive. What a player. The last game that we were doing with the Terrorblade, there was one point where he was getting harassed in lane, and the Terrorblade just turned to one of his supports, and you know the classic. Well, that's mine now.
Yep. I am the carry. I deserve everything. Oh, bot lane Chris Brown might find Yaki here. Ezra Imprisonment is unlocked, but the Force Staff is there for Yaki.
And he's going to be able to get into the trees and hide. Chris Brown not able to chase him down. And the lane creeps blocking up his movement. Look, he's still stuck in these trees. Couldn't chase if he wanted to.
Yeah. Go normal is going to get found by something. No, they just barely passed by each other. Oh my god, they passed by each other so close to each other. That's what nighttime is for you. But Yaki going to get found by his landers.
Can they do anything about this? He pops the Flesh Golem. Chris Brown is running in. Yaki running into a very bad position. He's about to get run down. Is forced to pop his ultimate and goes for the TP. Yes, he will be able to get out.
Very nice.
OD gets stunned up by the Stone Gaze.
No way that Chris Brown can do that unless he has a Blink Dagger. So gets absolutely countered there, but that is a big cooldown down. Actually, not a very long cooldown. Only 90 seconds. Only a minute away from that coming back. Zombie actually chasing Yaki down all the way back to his base. It's kind of funny. The Roshan now being attempted here by G Pride. No wards around it for the Radiant except a sentry, so they have no idea this is going on yet.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're going to. Chimera, he's just farming up. I don't think he's looking to fire any shrapnel in. There we go. Yaki might find it, but this could be bad if... Oh, no idea.
Yeah. TP's on cooldown for Batrider as well. But a Spirit coming out.
There we go. Astral comes in. Can they get the stomp? They're splitting this team up really bad. Sombras is all by himself.
Batrider makes his way back. He walks all the way back now.
They've got a small window to try and get this. I don't think they're going to engage it.
Yeah, they don't have a stomp. They need to stomp to engage, but the Astral Spirit just faded away.
Oh, and now they stuck around too long, and they're going to get run over by the team that now has the Aegis. Isonic easily getting taken out. They're going to use the Astral on him. Just make sure they clean him up. Just a Bane. Could have gone worse. It looked like they're in a position to lose a few more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate because by the time Batrider came in, that Astral Spirit was over, which means they cannot get the Stomp initiation. And without the Stomp initiation, I don't think anyone is brave enough to face check that Roshan pit.
Tower is under attack.
Chris
Ooh,
Brown,
Chris Brown going aggressive.
yeah.
Chimera blocking or juking out through the vision with the trees. He gets an Astral out onto Nayu. Nayu trying to make his way away. They've got the Force Staff there. Get him up to the high ground. And they're going to be good to go now. Chimera, once again, on the low ground, getting beat up a little bit, but they're missing the damage, it feels like. CoolDown, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, CoolDown don't have a lot of burst damage here, and I think so much depends on this Ella Titan to be able to set stuff up for his team.
Oh, they're going to be able to get a lasso onto Undying. Undying getting dragged to the low ground. They should be able to pick him out easy. There we go. G-Pride on the other, or CoolDown, when they really are setting their mind to it, or isolate someone, they have the damage, but when they're getting picked at and the team is there with all the shields and heals, it's really hard to make anything happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're talking about how defensive this Dire team is, and getting kills have been a pain for CoolDown. It's not like they haven't been attempting, it's just whenever they were attempted, I mean, there's so many abilities overall on G-Pride that can counter it. And they're getting to a little bit of a dangerous point. 2 tier 3s exposed, but CoolDown's team is very good at high ground defense, and they can drag this game out as long as they want to, if they can keep themselves safe. That's the problem. If they lose a huge fight on the low ground, G-Pride can just walk in and take like 2 cell racks in 1 swoop with the Terrorblade.
Yeah, and Yaki is recovering quite well now, just about even with the Terrorblade and net worth. You think maybe G-Pride needs to prioritize some ganking expeditions into the jungle to make sure Medusa doesn't get farmed? Or how do you think they need to play this?
I mean, they gotta keep pushing these towers. They should take the last outer tier 2. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, NYU gets taken down. That was a tombstone committed. Yeah, they just keep pushing these towers. I don't think they can... It's really hard to stop Medusa from farming. But one thing you can do is keep pressuring the towers. And once you pressure the towers, Medusa is forced to come back to base, which is a way to stop her from farming.
Oh, what are they going to find? Lasso goes out on OD. No, he's in a bit of a bad position now. He does find the Dazzle. Dazzle's getting damaged up. The stun is going to be over soon. He gets the grave on himself. He's going to waste a little bit of time, but he will go down eventually thanks to that TP cancel from the Nightmare. But that gets OD the space he needs to get out with Undying.
Yeah.
The sacrifice was worthy.
About 2 minutes until this Aegis fades away. They would love to do something aggressive here with this Aegis. They should group up as 5 and maybe take 1 more tower. Top is getting threatened here by the Sexy Man, but the rotation here for G-Pride.
Stomp is going to catch Abaddon. What are they looking to do? No, they don't want
Oh,
Abaddon. They're trying to go for the Terrorblade. Yes, they're going to get the Earth Splitter into... Oh, the swap comes out. It's going to get Batrider. He's still very low, though, and getting chased down the remaining... Oh, Stomp on Abaddon as well. Now he's caught in a bit of a bad position. TT Zera is trying to get out. Meanwhile, the fight is going on in the bottom. Banishment out. Chris Brown onto Yaki. Yaki is going to use that Stone Gaze and should be able to get a lot of damage into Chris Brown. No, he'll just use it to escape. Batrider did go down there in the top and even drop the Gem of True Sight. I don't think they have any idea it's there. Chris Brown's still on the aggressive Stomp. Is going to stop him for now, but Yaki's trying to get back to the high ground now. Abaddon just putting as many shields onto OD as he can. They'll be able to get Nayu. Yaki's the only one left. He's forced back to base. No supports. They don't have the creeps here. And
they
they
don't
don't
even
have
have
the
the
tier
tier
2. Yeah.
But they're just farming it up. They weren't trying to take the tower, but we see that so many times when a team chases. That's why you gotta always run in Dota when you're in bad spot like that, because they're terribly died either way. But that running away made the space for the enemy team to kind of like split up into this long line, which meant the wraparound from G Pride meant they could take out one hero at a time and just eat those raiding heroes up.
Absolutely, very well played from them.
Yeah, and the gem, I believe, was recovered by the courier of the Radiant side, Batrider, getting his gem back to himself. He did just take down to the Spirit Vessel, so Xander's actually had no idea where the Batrider died.
And it looks like the Aegis is reclaimed. Chris Brown doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah, but that last fight made that Aegis very much worth it.
They were able to be very aggressive with it without worry.
Yeah. They did lose a Terrorblade, but not a big deal when you win a big fight like that. BKB now online for Terrorblade as well. So it's going to be a lot harder to chase him down. AK net worth lead here for G Pride. And you can see the graph, the game has been on their side the entire game, both XP and gold wise. Oh, they might find Yaki, but the TP is there. He sniffs it out. He sniffs the gank coming out. And this is one of the weaknesses of this team. They have no way to cancel TPs except Astral. Only a single stun in the team, and that's an Astral. It's not even a true stun. It's like a banishment.
Yeah, there's not a lot of items they're going to pick up that's going to help them do that either, right?
No, they can get a Yules, I suppose, if they really want it. Which actually might be handy here on one of these supports. Maybe an Undying. Oh, Dazzle actually could use a Yules just to stop performing TPing. Because there have been so many times they TP'd out in front of their face.
But other than that, until they're maybe getting something like a Hex.
Yeah,
They got
Hex is
nothing.
probably going to be a Chris Brown item. Next
Yep.
item? No, he needs to get BKB before he goes for a Hex, I think.
Yep.
Although there's a lot of BKB piercing stuns actually over on cooldown. We have the Fiend's Grip, we have Stone Gaze, and the Lasso, which are all like not be able to be stopped. But you can stop what a lot of what other Titan does, which is really, really powerful.
OG is looking for a kill on Yaki.
Yeah, he's
jump
blinks
into
in.
him. Maybe see if he can force the.
Oh, but
Bane
Sonic is here.
Sonic is here, gonna get the Fiend's Grip onto OD. They've got a TP in from Batrider. Might they be able to turn this around? Chris Brown taking so much damage. They're gonna be able to knock him back. No, the Astral is going to stop that. Oh, and a pause in the middle of this. What is happening?
Undying disconnected.
Oh no. Yeah, he's just sitting there. A TP from him.
Yeah, he should have TP'd a while ago. He's definitely disconnected. Yeah, if he was here, he would have TP'd like a while ago. Yeah, now,
no.
okay, so OD ate a miscoil before going into that Astral, so he has actually 500 health, and I think he's going to be okay. As he comes out, he's going to get a Aphotic Shield onto him.
And they've got Dazzle behind him just in case. TT Zero looks like he wants to try and go for a lasso here.
Yeah, for sure.
Nope, he's just back in the jungle now. Yaki getting attacked up. He's going to have to pop his ultimate. Stone Gaze going out. The rest of the team, they're getting stunned up, but it's just so Yaki can try and get the hell out of here. Bane is going to use the Nightmare TP. Yaki TPing out. He's not going to make it this time. They've got the damage.
What a turnaround. I thought Chris Brown was going to definitely go down there with that Fiend's Grip coming out, but the Astral Imprisonment was up just in time to be able to save him, and the rotation from his team was instantaneous.
Except the Undying.
Except the Undying, whose internet just kept worked. Lotus Orb now up on the Undying as well. He can put that on the Sexy Man, and they can feel safe about pushing.
Yep. Or even just use it to purge different things.
Yep.
Now
Again,
El
Purge
Sombras
asleep.
going to get on the high ground, and he's going to frontline this if he can. Earth Splitter going out. Sombras taking quite a bit of damage, but he's still got that borrowed time. Oh, but he's going to
Oh my
get
God,
double
the
force
force
staff
staffs.
back. Oh, he gets
Oh, the
with
Blink
the
Dagger is so
blink.
good.
With the borrowed
Yeah, that's what
time
we're
and the
talking
ass.
about.
Yep. Because he's
Blink
not taking
Dagger's-
any damage. It doesn't go on cooldown.
Yep. And he's just getting healed up during that borrow time. And you don't expect it at all. It's like, what? We hit him like 20 million times. And it's like, nope, the Blink Dagger's up. And yeah, it's such a good item this game because obviously to counter the Bat Rider's initiation with the Flaming Lasso, because even if that wasn't Abaddon they picked up, like the amount of force staffs that came out was like so fast and so numerous that Abaddon might not have the cast point to be able to get the F-Fire shield out.
Yeah, I don't think
But-
he'd ever be able to get in close enough for it.
Yeah, but that Blink Dagger is a trump card here for the Abaddon. And Abaddon actually very close to the AC as well.
got
His
it.
team would appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, he just needs 150 gold here. He should have it from
Yeah.
his agents.
Roshan coming back on 1 second. Dazzle check it. Yeah, Dazzle checks it. He pings it out.
Here comes the AC. Oh, this is gonna be... He's got so much minus armor on this team, too.
Perfect timing for the AC as well. These towers are going to melt in front of Terrorblade if he gets a chance. He has a Crystallis on the Terrorblade as well. My god, this is not a build I've seen in a while.
Oh, I didn't even notice. They've got the Solar Crest and the medallion that they're keeping. So they're doubling up on that minus armor.
That's pretty smart, actually. Someone takes a cheese. Yeah. The sexy man takes a cheese on that Terrorblade. But yeah, Terrorblade has no Manta style here. It's going for a very aggressive build, full damage. Mask of Madness, Crystallis, BKB.
Ready to go. Meta gets popped. They get a sleep onto Abaddon, but they can't really go on him. As they've shown before, they don't have the damage to kill him.
By the way, that was an Arcane Rune Metamorphosis, so the next Metamorphosis is coming up in 100 seconds as well.
That's very good. El Sombras is up in the back, just tanking it. They're going to use the Stone Gaze now. Abaddon taking quite a lot of damage. He's got a lasso. OD is just getting pulled way away from the team. He's going to get hit by the Earth Splitter. But look, Abaddon is up here. They've got the rest of the team here trying to keep him alive as much as they can. He's going to be able to Astral. No, won't get hit by the Assassinate or the Stomp. Now Chris Brown, he could go down, but he's the Aegis holder, so they are just fine. Chris Brown, they might send him back up. No, they're just going to heal him up. They don't want to use... Oh, they give him the cheese over. We'll be using that in just a second, and then he'll be back up onto the high ground. Sombras taking quite a lot of damage. Assassinate goes out. They get that tier 3 tower finally, and the smoke. To
Chris
dodge
Brown
a little
going
bit.
on
Chris
Berserk,
Brown, yeah, he's got full HP again. Now they're ready to go onto the barracks. Metamorphosis is still up. No, actually, sorry, that's over. Chris Brown going in aggressive.
50 seconds
Shots
until
into
next one.
Chimera. They've got a Fiend's Grip onto OD. But he's still got that Aegis. They're going to pump a lot of damage into him. He goes down, but Aegis, he's respawning now. Meanwhile, they're cleaning up these barracks. He's just frontlining with all that. He's able to force staff out of there. They get him with the Nightmare, and they're going to be looking to go for the Stomp here in a moment. They catch it. They get the Stomp out, but G-Pride already on the retreat. Get in clean, no deaths. They got themselves a set of racks and a Yaki kill.
Expert usage of the Aegis there. They just used the OD, basically suicided his way in there. He knows he's tanky enough with that Shiva's guard to be able to sustain quite a bit of damage. Also, Astro Imprison also delaying that out with the Aphotic Shield as well. Meanwhile,
Stomp on Chris Brown.
Terrorblade rips up the base.
They have no one here to capitalize on this. They're just harassing him.
Yeah. I think that's something that we don't see enough from teams sometimes, is utilizing the Aegis just to frontline. So you blink really far into the enemy team to make sure that happens. And that's the reason why they gave it to OD rather than Terrorblade, because Terrorblade doesn't want to be frontlining. He just wants to be ripping up buildings. And that's a Daedalus completed now for Terrorblade. If he can get in range of any of these supports, they're just going to absolutely melt.
OD, he sees the Elder Titan. He's ready to go. Jumping in aggressive. There it goes. Blink in with the Shiva's going out. So much damage. Elder Titan is just gone. They're going to be able to get Isonic as well.
Yeah, that was Xander's with the Lotus Orb, reflecting that sleep. Yuki almost gets caught. I think Bane could have actually end Nightmare there to maybe else get himself out, have a chance of getting out. I don't think he was actually the chance, but
I wonder if he can end Nightmare on a reflected one.
Yeah, because I know he can end Nightmare if he takes his own Nightmare with a right click.
Or cast it on himself, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good question. I should actually experiment with that in practice mode.
Still got still 4.5 minutes till the next Roche respawn minimum. So they're just playing it safe. It looks like G Pride doesn't want to push this without the Aegis. Take themselves a shrine, and that'll be the last outer objective available.
Yeah, and without the shrines, defending this Roshan becomes much harder. This Rosh spawn is going to be... Actually, we won't even know because Aegis will use up so quick. 4 minutes until we may know when he spawns.
So this is what you were talking about. They've done a great job. G Pride has done a great job of controlling the map, and where Medusa was getting up and was basically even with the Terrorblade, she is very far behind them now by about 5k, both the OD and the Terror.
Yeah. Yeah, this is how you choke out a really efficient farming hero, because, like, you know, a lot of times people are like, oh, there's an anti-mage, there's a Spectre on the enemy team, we gotta gank. It sometimes works, but it's very hard to gank those heroes. What you gotta do is just choke out their resources, which is their towers. They have nowhere to TP to, they have no vision, and they just don't feel safe going out to their jungle anymore, and that just stops them from farming. And the thing is, since they're gonna be farming that time, you're gonna be a lot of times those pushes are gonna be 4v5. Which makes it a lot easier for you to take those towers as well.
Well, G Pride is positioning up at the low ground. Yaki, though, able to clear these waves very easily, so they're not going to be able to get an easy crack and another... Ah, man, servers must be going wacky today.
Yeah.
So many pauses this game.
So Xander's right now did hit level 20 on the Undying, which is a very good talent. So he has right now Tombstone on Death, and Tombstones require 3+ attacks to take down. So he can suicide in there with a tombstone and drop 2 tombstones in a row.
On the next Aegis, he can get a refresher as well.
Yep. And if he can hit level 25, he can get reincarnation, which you still drop tombstone when you die from reincarnation.
Yep. Quad tombstones are on the table.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if refresher refreshes your reincarnation.
I would say it does.
Yeah, but I have never seen that though, because I haven't seen a cooldown on the talent. BKB's being popped left to right and center.
Yep, there they go.
Oh my God,
Jumping in. The
from
Bat Rider is
Terrorblade.
getting a lasso, but he's held up by the Fiend's Grip right now, so not able to capitalize on that very much. Terrorblade a second. Oh, Fiend's Grip. No, what was happening? Did he have a refresher? Where did that? How did that happen?
I will
think
tell
he's
you
got
about it after
Nightmare?
the fight's
Okay.
over.
They're fighting it up. G Pride is just pushing them back into their base. They're engaging through this bot lane that they already have control of. Now going aggressive. OD once again is deep. Oh, the Eclipse is just going to detonate those two cooldown heroes. Back
So
to the
what
barracks
happened
they go.
was the Xanders landed a Lotus Sword before the lasso went out, so they were lassoing each other.
Oh, double lasso. Of course.
Double lasso.
Chris Brown fighting up onto the Yaki right now. Yaki trying to make it. Yeah, they'll be able to force Staffer up. Oh, but they might be wanting to go. Chris Brown is gonna get saved. Oh gosh, that's GG called. CoolDown. Great job using the shallow grave so he can get in there, make sure there's no further resistance to this push.
Yeah, that's incredibly well played there. I was talking about how they have a really greedy draft, but they made that draft look like it was powerful in the mid game. Whew. Maybe that Medusa pick wasn't the right idea. When they first picked it up, I guess it looked good, but I think Medusa Sniper on the same team wasn't good. I think picking Sniper was good against the OD, and I like the idea they were going for, but if that Medusa was something else, right? But they picked Medusa early, so they didn't know this was gonna happen. But hindsight is 20/20. But if they had like an aggressive hero instead of Medusa, like I don't know, like a Shadow Fiend or something like that, I think their team could have really rolled this G Pride team over. But that's not what happened. G Pride outplaying the enemy team with their lineup. They looked greedy, but they had all the saves they needed to get through those hard times, and they were able to control the map, take objectives with Terrorblade, and then eventually take the game.
Yeah, very convincing there from G Pride. It feels like they were in control almost the entire time. CoolDown was starting to catch up. They kind of had a rough early. They were catching up, but then G Pride, yeah, they knew exactly their objectives and what they had to do. Were able to control that map and just slowly starved out CoolDown. All right, everyone, that was the last SA game before the semifinals will be tomorrow, I think. We will be back in about 2 hours for North American games. I haven't picked who are we going to follow, do you think? I know there's a couple known teams, or we can just pick, some unknown and follow the progress.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what's available, and we'll see what we're feeling when we see the brackets. I don't have a plan, unless you have a plan. I'll follow whatever you want to do.
Yeah, no plan either. All right, everyone. Follow us here on Twitch so that you can see when we go live for those North American games. Twitch.tv/DotaBrews. I am Wivrex, DotaBrews on Twitter, at DotaBrews. He is Tony Bay, my Bay, at JT Golgi app on Twitter. Also, all of these games we are going to clip up and upload the VODs to the YouTube, youtube.com/DotaBrewsUS. We are going to go shit, shower, and shave after our early morning, and then we'll see you guys for NA.
Bye-bye.